precious. Nobody knows just how beautiful. Look at me, hold me near. The crowd just disappears. Clouds break and it's clear. It's only you and me here. Hold me near. The crowd just disappears. Clouds break and it's clear. It's only you and me here. You caught me, I'm a criminal. You caught me on attack. Don't ever turn your back on me. We're never turning back. So let's be cool here. Smooth, dear. You hold me near. The crowd just disappears. Clouds break and it's clear. It's only you and me here. You hold me near. The crowd just disappears. Clouds break and it's clear. It's only you and me here.
Hi everybody, my name is E.O.Breakers. Welcome to another episode of Weekly Squeeze. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Happy Easter if you're celebrating. It was a beautiful day in New York, so we spent some time outside. It was pretty nice. Please give me a shout at chat if you can hear me. The sound is good. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. Anything I say, I discuss on this session is my opinion. I'm not an expert. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's I've been trading for more than 15 years in options, crypto. Probably crypto is less than that, but definitely options and stocks. We've been having some fun lately. Market is never dull. Exciting times, especially in crypto. Look forward to looking at some high probability trade setups for this week. Couple of things we're going to do. We'll look at the Stock Traders Almanac. We'll look at the money calendar. I want to quickly look at some of the market internals and some of the stocks. We'll look at the usual suspects. I want to keep this pretty quick and give everybody some time back. It's probably going to be shorter than usual. Let's start with the stock markets almanac. April is still the best Dow month, as you can see here. Let me see if I can make this bigger, you guys. April continues to look pretty bullish. It's confirmed by the stock market's stock traders almanac. Stocks anticipate great first quarter earnings by rising sharply before earnings are reported. Rarely a dangerous month. Recent exceptions are 2002, 2004, 5. Best 6 months of the year end with April. Post-presidential election year, April since 1950. As you guys see, Dow and S&P up. Kind of NASDAQ weakening. That's kind of the stats. Let's take a look. I'll put this up a little bit. And I want to just look at the first couple of days. All right, let's see what this week's show. Yeah, I think this week we're going to look at the money calendar as well, but I think we have the FOMC and GDP numbers, right? So we'll see. I mean, if anything, indicative of very strong economy, there will be still anticipation of interest rates, and that may affect us this week if that becomes a perception out of the FOMC or the GDP numbers. So I'll be watching for that. That's something to watch for this week. Let me just let me just put this on with money calendar. So those of you who want to look at it later on. There you go. So let's do that. Put this in. Let's take a look at money calendar here for April. Obviously, you guys saw this last week, last Sunday. Obviously, nothing changed, still bullish. I'll just post this again very quickly. Okay. So use these two to take a look at here. Let's look at this week's. So April 5th, we have about a total of 80 bullish stocks. Let's see what is leading. So money calendar, I use Tom's options tools, those of you who know. We look at the money calendar every week to see which stocks last 10 years had consistent winning patterns. So obviously this is a bullish month, so we're looking at bullish setups, and the most powerful moves we'll look at. And I'm typically looking at 100% win rate over the last 10 years. So every year it was a consistent winner in a set time period in April. So it looks like this is MasterCard, right? Yeah, I kind of like this. This is good. Let's get the full list in on the website so you all have it. All right, well, post that on the same folder. Let's take a look. So MasterCard, and what is this? Let's see. It's not so exciting. Let me see. So DIA, this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, I think. So if you want to play the ETF, I will capture these. Last 10 years, this was a profitable trade. So if you bought DIA April 5th on Monday and sold April 30th, on average, you made $5. Your max profit was 36. Max drawdown was 4, but it never finished. You would have a drawdown during the dates, but at the end of this time frame, 10 years out of 10, this was a profitable trade. So we'll keep that in mind. Let me see, is there any other 100%? NVIDIA bearish 100%. That's interesting. Just because I'm curious, I have hard time. I have a hard time believing that, but so it may not be this year, but we'll see. Sometimes these things. Oh, why doesn't it show up here? Oh, when we change the power meter, then we'll see it in rankings. I'm just curious. Oh wow, if you bought and sold April 5th, this is an anomaly. I wouldn't do this. So if you do a day trade tomorrow on NVIDIA, this must be something interesting to track. I don't know if I would trade this, but if you did a day trade, 10 out of 10, this was a bearish trade. It would be interesting to see, guys, tomorrow if this would work. So I guess you buy in the morning and sell at the end of the day, and it has a bearish momentum the last 10 years in a row. So it would be interesting to see. And let me just capture. So we got the IA, media. There's something else up here that I picked. Oh, this is let me just post this first so we don't lose that. Yeah, I think I got MA as well. So this is a for MasterCard. So you would buy April 5th and sell May 12th as a 28-day trade, average trade making about $9. Obviously, this one is skewing it a little bit, but yeah, I guess it's, it's probably $9 is realistic. It's maybe a good trade on MasterCard. Let's post these selections for you guys to take a look. So maybe I guess I do it one at a time. So I will take a look at MasterCard tomorrow, definitely during the day. We'll see if um, let's put the other ones. NVIDIA, this is a bearish trade, just a day trade. Interesting. I'm very curious about NVIDIA, if it's going to finish the day negative, or at least like if it's gapping up in the morning and then returning everything back at the end of the day. It would be interesting to see if this 10 years out of 10, this was a profitable bearish trade, day trade. You hardly see these types of things. I just don't know if this is true. I think this means this may be not a good trade to take, because this doesn't have enough data, I think, does it? Why does it say 1? I'm just curious. I'll take a look at it tomorrow. I'll monitor that one. Actually, I wanted to double check something before we do that. Is there enough data? Why does it say 1? I guess it says because it's 1 day trade, but 10 out of 10 this was profitable. This one was the lowest. These are pretty low trades though. It may not be worth it. Yeah, the average is pretty low. I don't know, guys. I wouldn't do this, but I'll monitor this just to, because it's fun to see these things in historical data, and let's see if it would be. See, if you run these automated tools, analytics, they'll bring anything forward, right? So like these averages, they're not exciting enough for me in terms of, if these all be like $2-3 moves, that's a different story. But we're talking about small moves kind of making up this data point. So it's not that exciting. So this probably may not work, but I will still post it because I want to track this tomorrow. Hi, Janak. Thanks for joining. All right. So I think MasterCard being the most interesting one from this list, 100% win, 10 out of 10. And also, let's see. Also, Dow Jones Industrial. Yeah, the averages are pretty good. So you would make, this is skewing it. So I think within the money calendar, 100% wins. I think a MasterCard looks the best. If you guys want to do something, $50, $8, $20, $4, $5. So I kind of average. Yeah, you still have better averages on MasterCard. In the last 4 years, having, at least $4 move, I mean, when it moved really big, right? So the last 3 years, you have, $8 move minimum. Wow. So that's something to look at. The other thing I saw on the list is Amazon here. I am in an Amazon trade. Even though the power meter is low, it's 9 out of 10 years. Amazon had profitable April 5th through May 12th. So I'm going to post this as well for you guys, especially those of you who may be on the same Amazon trade as I am from Thursday. So on average, April 5th through May 12th, Amazon moved 100 points. Yeah, last 4 years. Look at this, guys. I mean, last 6 years, you had a consistent move in Amazon between now till May 12th. Okay? So that's really exciting to see, especially I see this after I'm in a trade. So let me see. Let's put Amazon in here. What's going on? Yeah. All right, so that's one. And then the other thing I saw is SPY. I saw SPY on this list, actually with a high power meter. So SPY is also 90% winner. Guys, this is exciting. Let's see. 42, 5, 5, 2. I guess it's not a big move, but 4 or 5 point move. If you enter the trade April 5th and exited May 3rd. So I think what I read on Almanac is, you know, in the next 2-3 weeks before the tax filing, normal tax filing day, is, you know, now it's extended obviously to May, but a normal tax filing day, its market is bullish. So we should be careful, obviously, still with the interest rate situation and bonds. We're still not out of the woods, but I think I'd be looking for bullish trades for the next 2 weeks. And then since the tax date is extended, so I don't know how that would affect the money calendar this time around, because typically after the tax, you just have a little bit of a softening at the end of April. That still doesn't mean you go bearish. It just means that, you know, I think the trade pattern a little bit changes. I'm not sure what the tie to the taxes are, but it's I read that on the Almanac. So so I expect that. So I'm expecting that since that got pushed to the tax deadline, pushed to May, does that mean that behavior right before, so starting with April until tax filing day, the bullishness, does that mean that's also will stay with us? That's going to stay with us till the new tax filing day, the extending tax filing day date. If that's the case, we may have 3-4 weeks of really strong weeks. So so we should, you know, pay attention to that. Obviously, always position size. We're still not in my mind, settled in a, you know, a strong momentum either direction, or I think we still have volatility that could change things. But I am bullish next 2 weeks, and potentially until the tax filing. Okay, based on what I'm reading, based on historical pricing data. Okay, so I'm not going to post the SPY one, but for you guys to take a look. Let me see. Yeah, it's right here, guys. Prone to weakness after mid-month tax deadline. So interesting. All right, let's do this. Let's take a look at let's take a look at very quickly Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is pulling back a little bit. It hit this 58 kind of 400 level, and it's kind of pulling back. This is an hourly chart, right? So I was hoping that we would go above this retracement and continue going up. So I think we may, so this is what I'm expecting. This pullback, I think we come, oops, what happened here? I think we kind of come back here and then we go up here like this. So what does that mean? That's like, again, tonight probably 57s. Money flow is going down. Yeah, it's not good. I think we're going to pull back a little bit, unfortunately. Let's actually look at my momentum waves. Yeah, we got a sell signal actually. It's a smaller wave, so the selling pressure is coming down, which is good. I'm still a little bit bullish, but the trading pattern on Bitcoin is changing. Look at this, guys. On daily chart, we have a momentum wave coming down up here, turning down, and this momentum wave coming down means we're going to have a pullback. In fact, it could be a serious pullback if this comes all the way down, and if not, just turns from here. So my expectation is we may have a couple of days more. If what I expect happens, I expect this to turn to the upside. So we'll hit again an all-time high. I think we'll beat the all-time high, but we will come down pretty strong after that. If I'm wrong on that, so I'm basically on Bitcoin, I'm thinking we're gonna have one last kind of big run up based on this daily really bullish pattern, because we're still over the EMAs and daily. So that's basically, that keeps me still in bullish mode for Bitcoin. Yeah. So I think we're gonna have it on this daily chart. I think this momentum wave kind of getting smaller and smaller. It's gonna do a small probably turn here. I think we're gonna go back up. Like, we're gonna basically hit probably, if we break this 61, yes, if we break 61K, we're gonna probably go see like 66K, somewhere around here, and then we come down big time. If something like that happens, I'll be loading it up, because we'll have 2 cycles. We'll have that big retracement, and then towards September, we'll have the second big. So April is typically a very strong month for crypto. So I expect we'll do this big run up, and then we come back down, and then altcoins will catch up and have a big boom. I think somewhere around September, we'll have more consolidation and kind of slow down trend, and then we'll have a big second up running for Bitcoin, and we'll close the year with strong numbers. Could be in like 160,000 range. Okay, but I do expect, like, based on this chart and the momentum wave, this day, the next daily bar could take us down really tomorrow, tomorrow and the day after tomorrow to I mean, this 618 level here. So what I like about this is we had this consolidation here this weekend. We went down and scared everybody, you know, and then we had this consolidation. This is an hourly chart. So that consolidation actually made me happy because that kind of meant we kind of had the bounce. We had this consolidation. This 618 level, 57,400, I expect it to be a support. If this becomes a support tomorrow morning, if we're bouncing back from here, I might go in and do a long here to ride the, one last time to the all-time highs. Again, if I'm wrong, this will break through the 618 level and it we'll go all the way down to 54K, which is also a possibility. So no one knows, if any of us were sure about the next price action, we would probably make millions. But I think probably scenario is we kind of bottomed here. We're gonna have this retracement tonight, go down to this 57,400 level. In fact, I might put some orders here, okay? And then bounce back from here high, go back up to 61K. And then if we break 61, we'll go up. Or if we go so fast, then we may have that, we may have another pullback. But anyhow, this looks kind of like tonight we're going to have a big retracement, which sucks because I wanted this to continue to go up and stay, use this 4-hour, like if it broke above the 4-hour 21 EMA, that would have been awesome because that'll be a bullish trend. Right now, we just got rejected off of 21 EMA, which is not good. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Ethereum, on the other hand, is very bullish, guys. Obviously, if Bitcoin pulls back down, I expect Ethereum to pull back. Somewhere around 2,000 level could be a good buy for Ethereum if it pulls back tonight. So look for that. I expect us to go to all-time highs in Ethereum in the near term to 2,500s. The charts look really bullish. We have these momentum waves. Hopefully these will stay small and bounce back here. We'll find out about that. But I think any dips on Ethereum is a buy. So dips down to 1995, 1997, 2000 level is a buy. So that's what I'm looking for. In the near term, I think Ethereum has a lot of catalysts. Okay, so that's crypto. Okay, so let's take a look at SPY. SPY daily chart. All right, so daily chart looks bullish, guys. So we have this, let's see, we have this wave here. If it's going to be, actually, let me delete that. Let's do this with the arrows. So if this wave kind of goes like the waves previously, kind of like this, or actually go like this and like this. So that'll give us a little bit of time. So you'll get, next 2-3 days going up. We could probably estimate even the height of this. I'll do it something like this. So from here, So it's a similar wave. So I'm going to do a wave similarity exercise. So from here to the peak of the wave, it was like that. So same thing from here. Oh, well, I guess we are already. Oh, I guess we are already hitting that target. So we're at the target. So this may turn tomorrow to down. So we may have some retracement. But anyhow, I think it may have a day or two going up more. Let me see the 4 hour. What does the 4 hour waves look like? Yeah, it's kind of turning similar. Squeeze fired, exhaustion here. I think we have 1 or 2 more bars. So you're looking at a day or two bullishness, and then pull back. This chart looks bullish, guys. So just in general, SPY looks bullish. Okay, and you guys already know that, but I just the momentum waves already confirmed. I think we're going to consolidate, and you'll see some consolidation because of that lower time frame. Waves are consolidating. They're coming down, putting down pressure. The longer time frame has a few more bars on the daily, and then I think weekly is really bullish, right? The reason I say that, you see all green money flow, and VWAP is kind of turning and above zero. Those are really, really bullish setup. Yeah, this is pointing upward. Yeah, I think we have a couple more days of bullish momentum and SPY. QQQ. Yeah, there's squeeze on daily squeeze on QQQ still. Wow, I thought we had a big move. So this is still bullish, guys. These green dots, waves kind of getting down, waves getting smaller. Let me see if the money flow, yeah, money flow is green, turning up. Wow, we're gonna have more move on QQQ. That's great. I mean, if this green goes like this is gonna, wow, this might fire to the upside, guys. So if this daily fires to the upside, let me see if I have my other chart here. If I have my other chart that has the, yeah, right here. Let's change it to QQQ. The reason I put it on this is I want to see the multi-time frame squeezes in all levels, okay? Let's put the 5 minute. I mean, I should have stayed in my QQQ position. I had a big QQQ position. I took profits early last week, it looks like. Look at this nice consolidation. This is 5 minute though. 4 hour. Yeah, so you have 4 hour. So you have 4 hour black dot squeeze. You know, in my view, like the red dot squeeze fired to the upside with black dot squeeze. Okay, and now it's consolidating here. You have the daily squeeze about to fire. So this week is, oh my God, this thing could go up to 333, to 1618 extension. At the worst case, so I would give you 2 price targets, right? 329, first price target, and then 334. So if it fires this week, it's really bullish. So QQQ looks really good. Although there's a reversal warning sign here on daily, but I think that's all, you know, countered by the money flow and VWAP and the squeeze histogram pointing to higher. So tomorrow, depending on how it opens, we may need to look at QQQ, and if there's possible a couple of days of, momentum. Wow, I might do this QQQ trade, guys. This is really bullish. I got out of this too early. What is this? Okay, what am I doing? What is this drawing down here? So this is what I wanted to do. This is a really bullish setup based on the indicators. RSI 50. Oh my God, this has 20-point move written all over, 20-point move, possibly this week. Normally when the money flow green like this but coming down, and if you see a money flow up here, then you would say it would be a pullback, but it's the opposite. We have it turned from here, the green is coming back in, so money flow continues to come in. So there is still second leg on QQQs, guys. So we'll take a look at this tomorrow during the market hours. The other thing is, you're looking at a W pattern here in daily. Possibly right here. Okay, we're just about to break this W pattern. So the target for that is target for that is 337. So you have the confluence of multiple things. I might just do a Delta 70 call this week. I'm gonna look at how it opens up. Obviously, if it gaps up, there's no point doing it. Okay, just high risk trade. If it doesn't gap up, we're kind of playing in the lower levels first. I might just do a Delta 70 call in QQQ. Okay. All right, if I can write that down. Yeah. Wow. All right. So far, let me just quickly look at. I suspect this Amazon probably looks the same way. Yeah, the similar. It's not perfect W pattern, but you have you have a crooked W pattern. Yeah, Amazon money flow is a lot of money flow was out of it, so it came out, and you see how it affected. But look how it's turning. So money flowing in. You have a trigger buy here, momentum trigger. We might actually do pretty well with Amazon. So Amazon daily looks good. 4 hourly looks good. 1 hourly. 1 hourly, yeah, reinforcement green dot here. Momentum turning, but yeah, it's still going in small waves here. So 1 hour supports as well. Very good. So the trade I entered, I want to show you guys on the risk graph. I wonder if I saved it. I don't think I saved it here. Did I? So Amazon, let's do that. That would be the closing for me tonight. Hopefully this gives you guys idea. So what did I enter on Amazon? So you guys can see. I bought 10 calls, 31.50, sold 10 32.50 calls, 38.98. Okay, so let's enter that in. April 16 expiration. Okay. All right, so bought 31.50 and sold 32. Is it 32.50? 32.50, yeah. Okay. Obviously, we did this on Thursday. Can I go back here? It's not going to show it that way. Let's do this. Let's go back in time. 4/1. Thursday, okay. 03. Oh, why did I go all the way here? So we were April 1st, right? Yeah. So April 1st, update. So it updates the prices. So we're kind of doing a back testing as if it's Thursday. We're entering the order. Okay. I don't think I showed this to you before, but that's one of the benefits of kind of the Tom's option tools I use. I can go back in time, look at the data. So obviously it's showing the end of day data, right? We have a better fill actually on this. What type of fill did I get? 59.45, 20.47. So this was 20.47. And the other one was 59.45. Let's save this in our trade journal. So this was my entry debit, 38,980. Okay. 38,980 here. Okay. So we have the same setup. Let me see if I can make this bigger for you. So we did an entry debit of 38,000. Obviously, I put this entry debit, but this is not what I'm going to risk. I would be out of this position, you know, if I'm losing, you know, 15K on this position. Okay, so somewhere around, depending upon the position, but this was. Because it's a vertical versus just plain, you know, just direct call buy, you have a little bit of downside protection, so you can be a little bit more flexible. So what am I risking? I'm risking 1 to make 2. Okay, so these are the expiration lines. So red is the nearest, so 15 days to expiration. So if wherever the stock is, so if the stock tomorrow, you know, goes down here to 29.70, this is what we would lose. Okay, meaning, you know, it starts immediately it's losing, you know, a lot of its value, right? So this is, you know, while it's protected, it's not that protected. I mean, it's you know, as long as we stay you know, as long as stock moves in our direction, immediately we start making money. So the black line is at expiration. So if we moved, you know, 50 points up tomorrow, I'm just making it up, right? You're like looking at, I don't know, 3,200 somewhere. let's say that's 32.60, that's 100-point move. So somewhere here, yeah, let's say 32. So we would make 15K immediately, okay? So you kind of know from the risk graph if the move continues. So we're making a trade in the direction of, expected move. We're looking at, with higher lows to, directionally, it looks good. We looked at our trade setup with the momentum waves. So we'll see how it goes this week. Also, it's on money calendar, right? So a lot of confluences. So that's why the size of my trade is a little bigger for me than usual, just because of the confluence of money calendar, bullish trends, the trade setup, April month, right? So all of that. So I'm in this trade. We can monitor this. We can still pull back, right? There's no perfect recipe. You can still pull back to these levels. We'll see how it goes. But I wanted to show you guys a risk graph so you can see. The other thing you can pay attention to is how each leg has its own kind of Greeks, right? And then the combined trade has its Greeks, right? The theta for the combined vertical is minus 370. So this is how much dollar we're gonna lose if it just stays there. So we'll lose $370 a day. You're kind of neutralizing the delta situation here, but still the delta of the near-term strike is bigger, right? For MasterCard, there's dividend. It's definitely a risk with the call options. Yeah, you gotta pay attention to dividends. I'm not sure how it works with put options. It definitely is a risk with call. If you sold calls, you're gonna pay dividend to the call buyers. The stock buyers, right? So I'm not sure how dividends work with put credit spread, to be honest. So I don't want to mislead you. But if you are selling calls, you're definitely affected by it. At the same time, if you're a call buyer, so if you have a bullish position, so this is how you get affected when you sell puts. Okay, dividend payout typically means for just around the dividend payout day, you will have down days for the stock right at the ex-dividend day. So be careful with that. So stock might pull back, even though it's a bullish event. In the long run, it'll recover and it'll probably go above it. It'll pull back because of the impact of the payout. So that's been always my case. So you've got to be careful if you do direct, calls and things like that. You won't have the benefit of the getting paid out the dividend for your stock because you're not the stock owner, you're the option owner. But you will get the harm of stock pulling back exactly the amount that that's getting paid out. So you'll have a price deduction. So I would stay away from bullish option positions just around the dividend date. So trade around it. Do it after when it pulls back down. That could be one way of doing it. Just wait it out. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Let me see. What am I missing? Am I missing something else that we typically do? Let's do a quick scan. We're 5 minutes. Let's do an orange dot scan on daily squeezes. See if there's anything interesting here. Oh, this esports thing was interesting. I saw this on some other list. I think it was on last week as well. If it loads up, my thinkorswim not acting. Maybe I'll do this on the other chart. Oh, it loaded up. Oh, look at this. You're an orange dot scan. You have a ready RAF Pro potential buy. When it's a consolidation like this, you'll get these mixed RAF Pro signals, but it's ready aim fire. Well, it's ready fire. Momentum wave is positive. So that daily squeeze. Interesting. So yeah, this might not be bad. How did it operate in previous ones? So you had a squeeze right here. Again, you got the mixture of arrows, okay? But you had the ready sign, the second up arrow. So you might get a second up arrow here if we do that. So you get the second app. Yeah, the second app was this move. And then look how much we moved. It went from $8.58 to 24. So you have potential setup here on esports, GMBL. Yeah. Obviously, let me look at the momentum wave on this. I'll put that on so you can see. Oh, wow. So that's hourly though, daily. Consolidation. Money flow is turning. Four hour is already giving a bullish signal. One hour already gave a buy signal and still squeeze. So interesting, guys. This may be a 8 hour. So you may need another day. Actually, daily has a buy signal here. What is this? 1530. So what is it at? 1567. So we're catching this right at the buy right before buy signal. So this may have a good move, potentially good move. Let's take a look at the short interest on this. It's not the perfect data, but I'm just curious. Short float is not that big, 8%. But shares floating is 7 million. So this is a yeah, I mean, it's a, I don't know, guys, this looks good in terms of potential explosive move. I would have liked to see kind of like 16% short float. That would have been good, like double this amount. But so I don't know. This looks interesting to me. potential massive move, especially if it breaks this trend line up here to the upside. So any move above like I don't know, 16 is a buy, significant buy, because you could go all the way up to 24. So you could probably have $8-9 move on this. All right, so that's from the orange dot squeeze scan. I'll copy this. Let's put it up here. I just want to run a weekly scan. We did that was daily. Just curious. There's something on a weekly squeeze. Oh wow, rocket companies. It's hard to believe this is still. Everything looks so. Looks so bearish. I mean, all these guys who bought here, they'd be looking to sell anytime you go up. So, so I don't know. I don't like these types of setups when you have a big jump and then massive pull down. You have people who bought stuff right up here. They're all looking to get out of their positions, break even. But this is daily. What does 4 hour look like? I don't know. I don't like the chart. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn off the extended hours. Has any of you done the Lulu earnings trade last week? That was what a beautiful trade. Made actually good money on that. But I sold calls from 340, and then the stock just kept going down. I could have left it just they expire worthless, but I was being safe. Let me see anything interesting on this. Not really. The other thing is, just very quickly, I just thought about, I haven't looked at NVIDIA. The chip, NVIDIA, AMD, this is supposed to be I know we had the AMD on that one-day list, but it's supposed to be a strong month for them generally. Wow, AMD has a buy signal we just missed at 513 on daily. Wow, and it's in squeeze. So that was at 515. Where did we close? Wow. I have to watch I just don't have as much of time as you guys do. I have some of you are full-time traders. I'm not. Like, we just missed this trade. The daily signal was pretty good with money flow turning and momentum wave turning. I think there's more room, guys. I look, 4 hour gave buy signal right here. You could have bought it even at 529. Negative money flow turned, and it's still turning. So that's NVIDIA. Just very quickly, AMD. I'm just curious with this chip shortage. I don't know if they're making money or not making money. I mean, it's it's counterintuitive, right? The shortage generates a little bit of pressure in the system. Does that work positively? So 4-hour buy signal AMD at 78. What is it on daily? Same chart. AMD, NVIDIA, same chart. Squeezes, same buy signal here. So last time we had a signal like this. Let me find that. I think this is the similar one. So this would be a trigger. What did we do? We went from, let's say you wouldn't catch it perfectly. Let's say you caught it here. You would have had this move. Yeah. So let's do it conservatively here. I mean, you would have, yeah. I mean, it's not, it's probably 6 to 8 point move. Yeah, $8 move. So you want to look for a pullback and then get in and then ride this all the way up. Because this wave is going to continue to go up. We're going to have something like this. What date is this? So April 12th. We're on, yeah, 4th or 5th. So by April 12th, AMD should have from this previous bar, yeah, you're looking at potentially resistance here. Yeah, 86 to $89. So, and if the squeezes fire, I think you're looking at even bigger. The squeeze looks like it's going to fire to the upside. All right, I'm going to post this as well, and if it doesn't work out, you guys can laugh at me. But, you know, I kind of rely on these setups, okay? This two-wave getting smaller and going to the positive, it's very, very bullish. Supported by a histogram of squeeze that's getting, you know, to the positive. This has a move in it, like 86 is probably the minimum. This could even be a bigger move. The only thing is the waves of the squeeze on the negative side still. I would like to see wave. Some of these are on the positive, but money flow is positive. So, yeah, I don't know. No one can predict, but this is a high probability setup. Let me put this in as well. That way, I'll take a look at it and I'll laugh at myself, okay, if it doesn't work. All right, so I like AMD better than NVIDIA in terms of chart setup. Thank you, guys. That's it from me. Any questions? I'll hang on a few more minutes if you want me to look at something else. But next, like this week and next week looks really, really bullish. So I think let's go back to QQQ. I mean, we do have this gap on the 4-hourly. Yeah, I don't like gaps, but QQQ looks really good. I wonder if we can run a scan on. Let's get the latest. Let me do a quick grid scan. I'll explain what this is at some point. Yeah, Amazon is a money calendar buy, triple bull. Look at this. Ecolab. Soap detergents? That's interesting. You can't see this, but I just ran a grid scan on. This is the top list for this week. Look at this, Amazon up here. ATVI, ACL, ECL. I want to look at ECL very quick. I'm just curious. I'm going to copy this top list, especially the ones that have, it's the top, yeah, top 10. I'll post it up. You guys take a look. That's from the scan. So I like seeing Amazon there. I want us to make good money on Amazon this week and next week. Now this is the Ecolab. Looks like it has a whole bunch of squeezes. It's a daily squeeze. Interesting. Yeah, it already fired a squeeze on 4 hour. I think this says daily, guys. So this fired, this is fired 4 hour squeeze, and I think 4 hour will trigger the one daily squeeze, and then daily will trigger the weekly. Wow, this might have a move. Did we have this situation before? And how did it behave? So we had this situation before. We're at 4 hour, right? So 4 hour, we had this situation before right here. Nope, that was a squeeze fire to the downside. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not sure. This may go to the other direction. It's hard to tell. Like, you have to really confirm with the waves and stuff like that. Anyhow, so I like seeing Amazon here. Let me just go back to the scans. The reason I came here, I wanted to run a when we do earnings, I typically run a scan here, but no earnings related ones coming up this week. Just do a quick darknet scan. Yeah, no, this looks interesting. Oh, silver. Buy signal on this one played out very nicely. it's getting the same buy signal right here. So DBS power shares. Interesting. How's the SLV doing? It's maybe interesting. So even though this is DBS, I suspect this buy signal possibly is a buy signal for silver. Interesting. So we may want to monitor that. Okay. Lemming's asking, did you ever talk about your chart setup in any of your previous broadcasts? I think I briefly talked about it, but I actually never walked all of you through that. So I have a few chart setups, but the so I have a few chart setups. The one I use typically, even though this is showing Bitcoin, is I use the Squeeze Pro. It is this one at the top. Okay. This middle section is Market Cipher. I use it for kind of momentum, money flow confirmation. And it has VWAP. This yellow is VWAP. Green and red is money flow. These are momentum waves. Market Cipher, and then so this is called Market Cipher B, and then I have Market Cipher A putting additional indicators on the chart, and then I have one of my indicators that kind of give this S1 and sell and buy signals. That's based on a couple of rules I wrote with stochastic. This bottom one is some modified version of RSI with a tool I found out. It's called Wolfpack ID. You guys can search in TradingView. It's free. I found the Wolfpack ID to be pretty accurate. When it goes from green to red, you have money flow related decision making. It's pretty good. When you go above the zero line, when you go from red to green, you're looking at a buy signal like you would have bought here, and be writing all this, or like green to red. You'll probably get out here. So it kind of tells you a little bit where to take profits and things like that. But I use momentum waves Market Cipher these days a lot because of the volatility in the market. I started I'm looking for multiple things to confirm in this market before I take a trade, and then look at multiple things to exit a trade. Sometimes good and bad, right? It has pros and cons. Pros, my entries are pretty good in general, but I mean, if I read it correctly and if I don't ignore the tools, my entries are pretty good. My exits, on the other hand, is a little bit. I think I could be better disciplined on my exits. I find myself exiting pretty quickly. Part of it is just market teaches you to be a little bit more cautious these days, to take the money and run. So I think I'll be still sensitive to that, but just following the signals to exit is good. This thing here is the EMA ribbon. Obviously, when you're daily and 4 hour above the ribbon, it's very bullish. Below the ribbon, it's bearish. But But I look at daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour. 4 hours is typically my setup chart for most things. I check 4 hour, and then look at daily for like longer term. Obviously, that's longer term, meaning multiple days of trade versus hours. These days, I'm looking at, I'm in for a day, a couple of days later, I'm out, right? Or within a day, I'm out. So 4 hour kind of does a good job. So if you're in a like 1 or 2 day trade, 4 hour kind of confirms your setup. You look at the 1 hour to find the best entry, and then get in and out and make profits. So anyhow, that's my setup. Obviously there are a lot of nuances around the rules, how to run this. Happy to do a session on that at some point. I had links to the Market Cipher others. If you want to use any of the referral links, we both benefit. I think you get a discount. Market Cipher is not free. It's not my tool, but I like it a lot for confirmation of direction. A lot of times it kicked me out. I think Janak is asking BCRX. Very quick look at on BCRX. It looks good. I have a daily buy signal on BCRX. Janak, I don't know if you can see it, but that's really good news. Maybe the pain will change. Like the momentum wave is turning. Okay, momentum wave hasn't given its buy signal, but money flow is green. VWAP turned. Momentum wave is about to turn. So once this turn, we are looking at, this is daily chart. So next couple of days to be really bullish. Wolfpack ID is still on the red, so this needs to come closer to the 0 line before that. But it is going in the right direction. So that's good. Let's look at 4 hours. 4 hour has a buy signal. Momentum wave had double down. So you have double bottom. RSI turning green. That's all good. Janak, it looks good. It looks like it's going to turn. I don't want to jinx it. I have a lot of positions that are at loss. So I'm still obviously very profitable on BCRX because I cashed, like you guys know, I've been trading it so long. This year, I made a lot of profits, but I gave back some of those with my mistimed entry. That's an example of a long-term stock that I didn't actually do the proper analysis. When the options expired last month, I just immediately rolled some of my profits into the new naked puts to capture the move on BCRX, continued move. So that was wrong. If I had waited 3-4 more days, I would have had these entry prices. That was just crazy for BCRX. I think BCRX is once it starts getting the revenues from the FDA approved drug, you're going to be looking at $20-$25 stock a year from now. So I'm in it for the long term, but my sell targets are like at $20-$25 range. I used to own like 100,000 shares of BCRX. I sold most of it in the latest run. I always do it every month. You need to take profits. I'm glad I did it. If I just kept it, I would, give them. But I have 10,000 shares still, which took a big dive, and I have the naked puts. The last ones I entered were not, at the right places. Okay. So I'm at loss on those, but this chart looks, the daily chart has a buy signal. Maybe Janak, by expiration, I'm guessing some of my naked options will be just in a better place. If they're not, I'm just gonna get assigned. I want the stock anyways. This is a highly institutionally owned stock, not a lot of shares available to retailers, not a lot selling, other than whoever dumped it last 2 weeks. So somebody dumped it. That's the news on that as of Thursday was that Citadel was shorting BCRX. Citadel shorting BCRX. So you're gonna see some short squeeze on BCRX. I should write to the Wall Street bets guys to start buying BCRX. I think Citadel is shorting right now. The short squeeze will increase in short float will increase in BCRX. I suspect already increased probably. So we'll see how that plays out. Last time Citadel did this, we had a big upside movement to 14. It doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but at least some of that shorting stopped. I think we are bottoming up here. The chart says that. We'll see. I'm a long-term holder. I'm going to hold to BCRX until the sales numbers come in, and they're government sponsored, so they're making money. All right, guys, have a great week. Wish you lots of success this week. Let's make a lot of money. Comment on my haircut. My girlfriend, after an argument, cut my hair, and I think she was a little bit heavy-handed on my hair. So I look a little younger now because of that. So comments are welcome. All right, guys, have a great week. Wish you lots of success. I always have great thoughts for our trading group. I want everybody to make lots of money. I want to make lots of money on our trades. It's a good feeling to have winning trades together. Okay, have a great week.